Join Entrada in Argentina as we explore the waters of the Paraná River Delta.
I'll tour this pretty historic river community and its many islands.
I am a natural fisher person.
Try my hand at the delicate art of fly fishing. And drop by the workshop of a 6th-generation silversmith.
Hola, I'm Rowena, and this is the Paraná River Delta, home to Argentina's fairy tale islands. The Delta has a unique landscape, culture, and cuisine, which we'll explore by both land and water. But now let's take a closer look at where we are.
Argentina is the second largest country in South America, forming the continent's eastern coast. Just an hour's drive from the capital, Buenos Aires, lies the mouth of the Paraná River Delta and its 3,000 islands and rivers.
We'll travel by boat through the Paraná waterways, go fly fishing, and cook in one of the Delta's most popular restaurants. We'll also visit the workshop of a renowned silversmith whose works are in the collection of the Pope and the King of Spain.
We're starting our river journey in the town of Tigre, where everything happens on the water, rain or shine. Commerce, recreation, tourism. You can't do any of them here if you don't have a boat. Good thing you don't have to go far to find one. There's a launch right in downtown Tigre.
According to my friend Sebastian, a boat ride is the best way to see the Delta. So let's jump on board and check it out.
This is the Luján River. It's one of the largest in the Paraná Delta, which is a massive network of rivers, streams, islands, and towns. This place is rich with history, and Sebastian gives me some of the highlights. Aside from the usual territorial disputes and invasions by the Spanish, Portuguese, and English, the area has suffered repeated floods that have reversed the nature of things over and over again. Boats tossed hundreds of yards onto the shore, and houses washed away. This place is overflowing with vivid stories. Today, the area is invaded only by tourists who come to escape crowded Buenos Aires. This is Argentina's answer to cottage country, and water skiing is just one of the many sports enjoyed by weekenders on retreat. Sebastian explains that the important Tigre River was once just an insignificant stream. It became a major waterway in 1813 after a flood changed the lay of the land and the path of history forever. We wrap up our boat tour further inland. Sebastian drops me at the restaurant where we'll be cooking tonight's meal. The chef has told me to wait by the dock, because in Tigre, the market comes to you.
Isn't that neat? This is great. Food brought by boat to your restaurant? Exacto.
Chef Felipe and I head down into the floating market to gather some last-minute ingredients.
Comprar uvas.
¿Sí?
As I step into the boat, I'm struck by the fresh smell of fruits and vegetables.
Felipe, ¿qué necesitamos de aquí? What do we need from here?
We're hunting for garnishes mostly. Lemons, parsley, and so on. This is a terrific shopping system. Apparently, you don't even need to meet the boat. You can just leave your empty bag and a shopping list on your dock, and your order will be filled up by a passing grocer. How great is that?
¿Ya tenemos todo?
Llevamos un poco de zanahoria para la decoración, ¿no?
Ah, buena idea. Un poco de zanahoria. Sí.
Dos zanahorias, ¿no?
Dos zanahoria. We forgot the carrots. We're just going to buy a couple of them to decorate the plates with. Geez, you can even buy shoelaces on the boat.
Gracias.
Gracias, ¿ah? Adiós.
Chao, hasta luego.
As the boat sails to its next lucky customer, Felipe gets ready to prepare tonight's meal. And I'm off to dry land to visit the famous market in Tigre.
De Frutos, which is no longer just a fruit market. They also feature local handicrafts.
Wicker, wood, beads, reeds, dried flowers, and leather goods. I'm always looking for souvenirs, and there's no shortage of possibilities here in Tigre. But what I really want to find is that perfect Argentinian keepsake to remind me of my trip. It's got to be small, light, easy to pack and carry, of course. Finally, it comes to me.
This is the one I like. Me gusta esa.
Pero va a necesitar esta, ¿no?
Ay, perfecto. Con una piedra morada. This is the mate and the bombilla. It's for the Argentinian drink yerba mate, which is drunk daily. Gracias, señor.
Gracias, adiós.
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 Mate is a strong caffeinated herbal tea. The Guarani Indians introduced it to the Spanish hundreds of years ago. Today, no self-respecting Argentine would miss a chance to share a cup with friends, and will always have it on hand, or rather, in hand. Up next on Entrada, braving the Lujan with an Olympic rower.
So, what are we fishing for today?
For Dorado.
Dorado?
Dorado, yes. in
Golden.
English, golden fish. Also called mahi-mahi or dolphin.
Oh, you're kidding. Mahi mahi.
Well, you can't really go to river country and not try the fishing. The Parana River Delta is teeming with dorado and mahi-mahi, a relative of salmon and trout. Sebastian has brought me to one of his favorite spots to show me how it's done. This is fly fishing. It's more complicated than regular tackle fishing. The gear is different, and the technique takes a little practice. In fact, it's a lot more difficult than it looks.
So fly fishing is not easy. It's not like just buying a rod and start fishing. You have to learn how to cast, because when you saw it, it seems easy, but it's quite difficult.
It's like a tennis game. Oh, so you have to get some good speed on it and then throw it out?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Are you ready for your first lesson?
I sure am. Okay, so I hold it here, and I let this go, right?
Got
So,
Here.
oh, I catch here.
Yeah.
Do you let go of it every once in a while, or? I was noticing that.
Slowly. It's
Hey.
not easy, eh?
No, you just have to learn how to flick it, right?
Yeah.
Like tennis.
Fly fishing is quite a challenge. I sure hope Felipe isn't banking on me bringing back anything for dinner.
For coming forward. There. Yeah. Much more better.
Ah. Hola, Felipe. ¿Cómo
Hola, Johanna,
estás?
¿Cómo te va?
¿Todo bien?
¿Todo bien por acá? Sí?
Qué bueno. Felipe and I are making sole with lemon champagne sauce today, and here are the ingredients. Bueno, tenemos pimienta polvido, ground pepper, sal, salt, mantequilla, butter,
Champán.
champagne. Para mí, is this for me?
No.
It's not for me?
Para la preparación.
This is a two-part recipe. The second part of the recipe is for the sauce, and here are the ingredients to follow. Lemon zest, lemon juice, cornstarch mixed with a little bit of water, sugar, and more champagne. This one must be for me. ¿Para mí esta?
No, es para la salsa. Tengo.
It's still not mine. Bueno, ¿cómo empezamos? ¿Debemos marinar el pescado?
¿Ya ponemos directo?
Sí, exacto. It's time to marinate the sole.
Bueno, el pescado
In
ya
a
está.
buttered pan,
Está con manteca.
yes, we add the sole to it. Te voy a dejar hacerlo.
Vamos ahí. Vamos a poner otra así porque no.
Perfecto. The sole is now in the pan, and it's time to put the champagne on it.
Ahí va.
Ah, it bubbles when it touches the fish.
Si quieres vas a tomar vos.
Oh, he says if there's any left over, I can drink it. You can hear the champagne and the fizzing and all the bubbles. It looks great. The salt goes on top. This way, while it's cooking, it will soak into the fish. Ahora se va el
Pimienta.
pescado and the pepper.
Bueno, ahora va al horno.
¿Por cuánto tiempo va a cocinar en el horno? How long does it cook in the oven for?
Y de 15 a 20 minutos.
Perfect. 15 to 20 minutes in the oven, and it's ready.
Now it's back to Tigre, where I'm meeting up with a friend to tour the river by a boat of a different sort.
Hola.
Hola, hermana.
¿Cómo estás?
Bien.
Qué bueno. Tigre is home to 10 rowing clubs, and my friend Marcelo is an Olympic rower and has invited me to go for a ride in his boat.
Rowing is the most important sporting tradition practiced on the waters of the Parana Delta. It started when the crews from English vessels docked here back in the 19th century. Today, the Argentine and Buenos Aires rowing associations are based here in Tigre, and many of their members are descendants of those early English sailors.
This is fun!
Up next on Entrada, a master silversmith who works magic for kings and popes. Buenos Aires, the cosmopolitan capital of Argentina, is just an hour's drive south of Tigre. And it's here, in the historic neighborhood of San Telmo, that you'll find the workshop of a famous silversmith.
Es mi colección.
Ah, es tu
Yo
colección
voy
privada.
comprando, sí.
Ah, bueno. Hola, this is my friend Juan Carlos Palla Rols, and he is a sixth-generation silversmith, and we are in his home and factory, about to take a tour of his most wonderful pieces. Hace mucho tiempo que haces esto, entonces...
Juan Carlos's exceptional work is world famous. His pieces can be found in the collections of Pope John Paul II, the King of Spain, and many heads of state. Each spectacular piece is designed in-house and handcrafted with talent and dedication. It's wonderful to see this tradition being carried on. One of these skilled silversmiths is Adrian, Juan Carlos's son.
Hola, Adrián. ¿Cómo estás? Un placer. What a pleasure. Seventh generation. ¿Y qué estás haciendo? What are you making?
Acá estaba cincelando la alzada de un barco.
Ah, the top of the frame. Con
Exactamente,
plata, in
exactamente.
silver. Qué lindo. Mira el trabajo, ¿ah? Increíble. Fantástico. ¿Puedo tocar?
Adrian explains the complicated process of taking a design idea and transforming it into a three-dimensional work of art. The pattern is first sketched on a flat metal canvas, and then molten silver is applied to the places that will be raised in glittering relief. Those raised areas, whether leaves, flowers, or vines, will be shaped by various instruments. The silver workshop is alive with the rhythm of hammering tools and whirring machinery. Here, apprentices work alongside expert craftsmen to create objects both decorative and utilitarian, sacred and secular. In addition to his workshop, Juan Carlos has an incredible museum, packed with antique molds, curiosities, native artifacts, and specially designed items, like those silver mate lids we saw earlier in the market. Juan Carlos has collected many historically significant pieces, which he proudly displays in the museum, like these glorious silver door frames. And the walls, they're decorated by religious and military medals collected from around the world.
Juan Carlos, ¿qué es esto?
Esto es granalla de plata, o sea, plata pura, tal cual sale de las minas.
This is pure silver as it comes out of the mines.
Así no podría usarse porque es muy blanda. Entonces, al fundirla, se agrega una pequeña porción de cobre para darle dureza, sin que pierda su brillo y su color blanco.
This is a bar of silver, which has copper added to it to make it hard without losing its whiteness or its shine.
It's kind of a tricky process, so to ensure the quality of the silver-copper blend, they do it all right here. As the silver-making tradition carries on, the 8th generation is getting in on the action too. Back at the restaurant, Felipe is putting the finishing touches on the lemon champagne sauce for the fish. First, the lemon zest. And that will cook on the stove for a few minutes, mixed with the butter.
Azúcar.
Sugar is next.
Sí, aproximadamente 2 cucharas soperas, ponele.
2 soup spoons.
2,5 le ponemos.
2.5.
Gracias.
Stir it up a bit.
Ahora dame el champán, ¿verdad?
Champagne. ¿Puedo ponerlo?
Sí, ponele.
¿Todo? Huele bien, ¿eh?
Bueno, ahora viene el...
As soon as it boils a little bit, add the lemon juice. It heats up a little bit. Last but not least,
¿Qué ponemos?
is our cornstarch mixture, sure. Okay. ¿Cuántas cucharas? How much do you need of this?
3 ponemos.
You don't want to put too much in, otherwise it'll be far too thick. The consistency is now a little thicker, and that's exactly what you want.
No,
Oh, that's great. Ahora, se va a cocinar por cuánto tiempo? How long does it cook for?
10 minutos, 10 minutos.
Y bueno, 10 minutes of this at a high heat, and it's ready to put on top of the fish. Everything is now cooked, and it's ready to go on the plate. Bueno, ¿cómo lo hacemos?
Bueno, vamos a hacer el lenguado.
So it goes on.
Después viene la papita.
Now, Felipe has chosen to serve the fish with potatoes and glazed carrots. These small potatoes have been boiled.
Ahora ponemos las zanahorias. Zanahorias glaseadas.
This is beautiful. Glazed carrots. Now, this has been cooked at a high heat, medium to high heat, on the top of the stove with sugar and butter. And they were cooked until browned. Oh, they look great. Now it's time to put the lemon champagne sauce on.
Salsa de limón con champán.
I love the smell of lemon. Basically, put it on top of the fish. And very nice. Bueno, el ají. You can use paprika for this if you don't have chili peppers. And that's to go on top of the potatoes. Now we sprinkle a little bit of parsley on top of the potatoes as well. And the last touch is the lemon wheel with the parsley. Que lindo. That is beautiful. And I am hungry. Cannot wait to eat. Gracias, Felipe.
No hay por qué.
Que bueno.
Con un trago de champán.
Oh, okay, I'll settle for that for now. Absolutely. Salud, Felipe. Finally, we get to drink champagne. Gracias.
No.
Up next on Entrada, find riverside dining on the banks of the Lujan. This was so much fun to make. Filippo es un jefe. Felipe, sí. Ay, gracias. Sebastián joins me and our host Marcelo as we dine in the sun on the banks of the Lujan. Marcelo asked me if I'd like to hear the story of how Gato Blanco got its name. Sí, por favor.
Bueno, esto cuando nosotros compramos este lugar, era una casa abandonada que estuvo 2 años cerrado. Y bueno, una vez que compramos, la primera vez que venimos a ver la construcción, nos recibe un gato blanco enorme. Fue lo único que salió entre todas las cosas que había, ¿no?
When the property was bought and the restaurant was founded, there were 2 white cats strolling around. And they decided to name the restaurant after the cats, Gato Blanco. This is delicious, and here are the recipes. Precioso.
Gracias.
Marinate fillet of sole in champagne and season with ground pepper and salt. Place on a buttered cookie sheet and bake for 15 to 20 minutes. For the sauce, sauté lemon zest in butter on medium-high heat. Add sugar and champagne. Bring to a boil, and then add lemon juice, cornstarch, and water to thicken slightly and cook for 10 minutes. Pour over cooked fish and garnish with glazed carrots and boiled potatoes.
Yes, they're pretty nice.
They're very nice, aren't they?
Very nice.
This has been wonderful. Such a beautiful adventure here in Tigre, by boat, and also on land in this wonderful restaurant with my new friends. Sebastián, gracias. Thank you for the lessons in fly fishing.
You're welcome.
And be sure that I'll be practicing back home, and I'm going to come and visit you again so we can go fishing together.
Sure.
That's great. Y Marcelo, thank you for letting me cook in your restaurant.
Ha sido un placer.
Gracias. Thank you very much. Good luck with everything. It's been beautiful.
Gracias
Very
a ti por
special.
estar aquí.
Gracias.
Gracias. Salud.
Salud.
Salud.